The honorable juries, this debate happens in a democratical country, precisely Indonesia. And in status quo, we know that our country is fighting against the coronavirus and it gives a great impact to medical health and especially our economy. Knowing that the situation would be so difficult like this, we must anticipate our economy. Moreover, our status now is still being a developing country. So I think we must do our best to keep the state money of this country in order not to be a destitute country. And right before this, scholarship is given to those who have a potential skills or skillful. And the thing we should take care of is our education, especially when we are talking about scholarship. Now, scholarship of education is the right of public, but the way we want to use, we must be selective. Government must choose those who deserves, and people must struggle to get the scholarship. Education is really important because it defines the characteristic of each country. And if a country gets the best education, then we may have a high human source. What we want to say is giving a scholarship to those who have an economic crisis which they really need it. What we mean by who have an economic crisis is those whose their parents only have 2 million rupiahs per month salary, who can't even take their children to school. In fact, their children are brilliant. So by doing this, our education will be equal for everyone. The rich one will be able to take their children to the university, and those who are destitute will be able to go to university by having a scholarship. So our stance here is clear that we want to give a scholarship to those who need it and have the best chance to put our country away from developing country to a developed country. Therefore, our country will have a bright future. So our mechanism will be work if the status of their parents has been sent to a website when they want to register their child to a university, and then the government check the status of the children. If the children fulfill the requirement, they will have the scholarship, and the basic requirement is every parent who has below 2 million rupiahs per month salary should be granted for a scholarship from the government. And then beside that, children who are brilliant in their elementary school, junior high school, and also senior high school and have a good score may be granted. And the last things, but more important, is students with the special needed and their parents are destitute may have a scholarship. This mechanism can be implemented because it's transparent and takes sides to those who have an economic issues, and it's effective because it will help those who are needing. Subsequently, education can support their future and our country. What we mean their future is they can have a good job with more than $3,500 per month. Our goal is that we want to give a proper, advanced, and fair education for the generation of our country. Gentlemen, we have two arguments that we want to say. The first is fair education for everyone, and second is giving a chance for our generation to be able to compete with an international companies. Now, let's jump to my first argument, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, my first argument is about fair education for everyone. Financial assistance for education is only needed for students that are poor enough that they couldn't afford a proper education in every grade. Gentlemen, every student may have an assistant who are destitute. The scholarships includes all grades, start from elementary, junior, and senior. If we look deep down into our country needs an expert in their field. So, to solve that problem, we must help our people to get advanced education. Even for those who are in elementary, students who are in elementary will be given a free uniform, bags, writing tools, and books, and allowance. Junior high school students will be given as the same as the elementary plus given saving accounts per month. All the donations can be taken from there by their parents. And for the senior will also be given the same as junior high school students but different in the amount of money. The senior high school students will be given twice bigger than the junior high school student. Therefore, we believe that by doing this, we can support our market needs and subsequently can increase our rupiah's exchange value. Ladies and gentlemen, my second argument is giving a chance for our generations to be able to compete with an international companies. Gentlemen, by doing just like a giving scholarship to those who need it, they will have a chance to have a good education and bright future. The bright future is they will be graduated and have a good ability to be able to compete with international company. From the side of psychology, every people are smart and brilliant, but not everyone have an access to a good education. If we can compete with international company, we can supply market needs and increase the devisa of this country. And by doing so, maybe our economies will be higher than recently. In the status quo, we know that our economies are so low and down. Then, by doing and giving a scholarship to those who are needed, maybe can help and increase our economy to be better than before. Alright, I think thank you. That's all from me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.